Hey everybody, Christopher Moonlight here, director of The Quantum Terror, and this is my first big video update for 2017. And yeah, I think it was about mid 2016, December 2016, I did my last update, and a lot has happened since then. This video is going to be a bit different, it's going to be a bit more personal. I'm going to talk a bit about finishing this movie, the goals I have for the future of this movie, and the future of myself as a director. And sorry if I'm not sure, I'm not checking the audio right now, so you may hear a bit of noise from my computer. It's running kind of hot. The kids are watching cartoons downstairs at the moment, but the movie. I mean, overall, well, first of all, thank you everybody for your patience. This movie has now been 2 years in the making. Not 2 years since I did the Indiegogo, and people who pledged gave their money, and are waiting for their rewards if they are waiting for a DVD reward or a movie download, something like that. I think it's still got one T-shirt reward out there. I haven't forgotten. It's just it's coming soon. But thank you for your patience, all of you. And yeah, first of all, what we've shot overall is really exciting. Anthony Gutierrez did a marvelous job with cinematography. I did a lot of pickup shots when he wasn't available, and I think those turned out pretty good too, not as good as his. And the cast did a phenomenal job. Jenna Green, awesome makeup. I'm really excited. I'm talking to composer Derek Hunt about what we're going to do for the music. And, folks at Studio ADI, Alec Gillis, Tom Woodruff Jr., Camille Balsamo, have been phenomenal friends to this movie. Such nice people. Everyone has been so helpful. And I could not have done this movie without them, or the Indiegogo supporters, or my other investor, Doug Mayfield. So I'm feeling very grateful, and the footage overall looks fantastic. I also see the limitations of me being a first-time director of a feature film. In some areas, there are some mistakes that we made here and there, but filmmaking is problem solving, and I think so far I've been pretty competent at solving the problems. A couple of things I've noticed about this movie as I cut it together are, you're definitely going to feel the movie's budget. That doesn't mean that things are going to look fake or cardboard or cheesy. It's just, limitations. Our limitations with audio and camera equipment, they will be apparent probably only to the more discerning eye, but certainly to my eye. That doesn't mean that I'm displeased with that. As a matter of fact, what I am very pleased with is what we managed to do with those limitations, and I think that overall that's going to be part of the film's charm. What are some of the problems that I've encountered making the film? Well, first of all, it's a lot of hard work. At a certain point, everybody else goes home and it's just me and the footage. Or when people show up to the sets or for special effects, as much as I plan, it's me and them, and I'm thinking on the fly. I forget things. Sometimes I shoot something and I think it looks good, and then I put it in the computer and look at it and it's wrong and everyone's already gone home. So I'm dealing with those as limitations as well. But again, filmmaking is problem solving. And so far I feel like I haven't hit a problem that I haven't been able to solve yet. So I think, it's kind of like the stories that you hear from people who take their films to film festivals. They make all sorts of mistakes and they do all these kind of crazy things to cover them up, and then everybody applauds them as genius, for either how they dealt with the problem, or if people think that they did them on purpose, and it was some genius visionary outside of the box decision. Hopefully this movie will be a bit of all of that. It's going to be an entertaining story. I am very thrilled with the practical effects. Those are going to blow your mind. They're blowing my mind, and me and Jenna Green are the ones doing them. It's really fun to be able to see the results that you get. I think because it's me, it's not going to be as good as if somebody else did them. But I've surprised myself, and I hope I surprise you, and that's a really good thing. What else? I'm going to be borrowing a lot. I think I've said before in other updates that I kind of consider this film like a mashup of ideas that I wanted to try out from all these other directors, actors, filmmakers, storytellers that, try them on like when you're a little kid, you try on your dad's boots and walk around in them. And, I think I've managed to walk in them pretty well. You're going to see a mashup of styles. There's going to be a bit of like Oliver Stone, and there's going to be a bit of Ridley Scott, and there's going to be a bit of I forget who directed Silence of the Lambs right now. I can't think of their name, but it's Silence of the Lambs, that kind of visual style. You're going to see some of the French New Wave influence in there, and a bunch of other stuff. And I'll admit, some of this stuff is, I have to try these things in the edit. It's not what I intended when I was shooting, but yeah, that's filmmaking for you. Especially on such a low budget. I'm sure if I had millions of dollars, I'd be able to go back and reshoot and do all sorts of ADR, but I can't. So where is this film going at the moment? Well, I have a planned finish date, and I have a planned release date, and I'm going to tell you what they are, but I don't want you to hold them to me, because again, at this point, it is pretty much just me by myself. And I would love to get some help. I really would, but I can't pay anybody to help me. And I've asked so much of so many people already, I can't ask people to just come in and help and not get anything for it. I don't have anything left to offer. Maybe there'll be a Kickstarter or a renewal on the Indiegogo to push to get just a little more funds. But right now I feel like I have to do this as if there's no more money coming, because this really needs to get done for several reasons. Anyway, I want to have this movie done, at least in the edit. It may take a little more time for the music, by May, sometime in May. I'm not going to give a specific date. And then I would like to have this movie out to you guys by March. And it's going to be kind of a silly reason for March specifically, but I would like to have this movie out before another movie that I'm really excited about, Alien Covenant. The reason being is I kind of have this strange paranoia that maybe Alien Covenant will have some of the ideas in it that I have for the Quantum Terror, and then everyone will think that I just ripped them off. I want to be able to say that, oh, no, I did this before Alien Covenant, even if by a few weeks. I don't want it to look like I was stealing. And also, another reason for that is I'm kind of hoping that people's excitement for a movie like Alien Covenant, maybe they'll be craving something similar, like Roger Corman would do, making a knockoff of Star Wars or whatever, like Battle Beyond the Stars. But in my case, preemptive. The other reason is that I am, my family and I, we're in Texas right now, but we're moving back to California. I'm not a California native. I was born in England, but my wife is. She misses it. There are opportunities for me out there. My next film opportunity is actually out there. Yes, there's going to be another film after this. Not going to say much about it now, but the truth is it's kind of a double-edged sword. It's a risk. It's a leap of faith. This film is not a go yet for production, but we are in pre-production. My phone, sorry about that. But I'm not going to, I want to go out there and I want to find work too. because there's no work for me out here in Texas. I mean, there are little jobs here and there, but nothing that I would call substantial to my career. The opportunities just aren't there. I'm hoping that there are opportunities in California. I've made a lot of great connections. A lot of people have noticed my work, appreciate what I do, seem to want me to do it for them. But, you know, I'm going to be brushing off my resume. I'm going to be putting out a new reel with a lot of the behind-the-scenes special effects of the Quantum Terror, as well as some other projects. Some of you may have heard of my sci-fi project Girl in the Window, which has been on the shelf for a while, but I still would like to complete it. Going to be doing a lot of pre-production stuff, kind of creating pre-production packets for other movies that I want to do, some animations. I'm really good at that stuff. One of my favorite parts of the process is pre-production. If you've been following my Instagram, you know how much I love to do concept art and storyboards, pre-visualize, get the movie worked out beforehand, before you actually go to shoot. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of possibilities there. So when you get to the set, you know what you're going to do, and everyone can have fun and relax a little bit because they're not stressed out going, well, what are we going to do next? So, you know, again, 2016 was a great year for me. It wasn't without its ups and downs. I'm by no means rich. As a matter of fact, we're still we're doing a lot better than we were a few years back, but we still have our financial struggles. We've also had to deal with some illnesses in the family. Thankfully, none of them have been severe, and we've managed to take care of that. I'm currently on antibiotics because of an infection I got, and I'm hoping that is all it will take. I don't think it'll be that. They seem to be working. But, you know, little things like that happen and you worry. You could, you know, what if I'm really sick? Probably not. It's a bit of a hypochondriac thing. But, you know, we live in a country where, you know, things are not always easy, but the opportunity is there. You know, I wake up every day. You know, we get beautiful moon rises at night, beautiful moon sets in the morning, beautiful sunrises, strange weather. I've met all sorts of amazing people. It's just, you know, life has been very good to me. And I think life has been probably better to a lot of people than they actually appreciate. There's so much possibility out there, but only so much life to explore it. And as far as I know, there's no guarantee of another one after that. And I think about how so many people aren't as lucky as we are. You know, even people who get lives in third world countries where they're starving, or even people here. You know, there's no guarantee that you won't have to live with some illness or deal with some tragedy. Anyway, these are things that I think about all the time, and are probably better expressed in my art. But I want to get that art out there. I want to leave something behind that shows that I was here, and work with other people, and kind of my philosophy has always been to kind of be that guy that people are happy to see. And not that I want everybody to like me or think everyone should like me, but, you know, especially when it comes to the work, you know, even when I was sweeping popcorn out from underneath seats at a movie theater, my philosophy was I want my boss to be happy that I'm there, because he knows when I'm there, I'm going to get things done, I'm going to have a good attitude, and, you know, it's always going to be, this is not going to be a problem with me when I show up. I'm going to be the guy that works to solve the problem. And you know, I think, again, going to Alien Covenant or back to Prometheus, is that line Idris Elba said, was singing, if you can't love the one you love, or if you can't be with the one you love the one you're with, which to me I thought was kind of actually really kind of undercurrent message of, you know, if you can't have what you want to work with what you have. I'm very happy with what I've had to work with, and I'm building more. You guys have been along for the journey with me. Like I said, it's been ups and downs. Hasn't all been easy. Hasn't all been happy. But I'm happy to be here. and I'm happy to be doing this, and I'm really excited to show it all to you. And again, I wanted to make this a more personal message and kind of get this stuff off of my chest, because it's great to be able to be like, wow, this movie's going to be great, and we're going to do all this exciting stuff, and we're going to have these actors, and we're going to have this cinematographer and these special effects, and we are, and that's all fantastic. But from where I'm sitting in front of the camera talking to you, these are all human beings with our daily human being lives, and personal issues, and loves, and things we think about, and it all goes into the artwork. It's a very human endeavor, and that's what I love so much about art. The technology is here to help us with the art, but the actual art itself is the human soul, the human endeavor, the metaphor, the magic, and I mean that's pretty awesome. We're lucky to be able to do that. So that's enough of me. I think I've been rambling for well over 15 minutes, if my head keeps time at all. Reach out to me, comments, and email. Contact me through the blog, www.thequantumterror.blogspot.com. Fun stuff going on there. And I'm going to get back to work and probably have some dinner. Sounds like something's going on in the kitchen.